We go. We got a guy, though, who says that this happened to him 50 years ago, but he was also given a warning for mankind. And the warning is quite interesting because it talked of a great plague followed by a great war. We got
Are
a
you
guy, though,
serious?
who says that this happened. That's right. Are you serious? Okay. Check this out, guys. I know this is quite... by the way, before I even get into the guy with the abduction, here's the deal. Are you serious? MyMiracleSheets.com. That's www.mymiraclesheets.com. You see, today's bed sheets are a breeding ground for bacteria and dust mites. They often cause or worsen acne. They're responsible for the sweating and the stains and the odor. Look, bed sheets haven't seen any innovation in years. That's why I'm going to highly recommend www.mymiraclesheets.com. That's www.mymiraclesheets.com. They created the first ever hygienic luxury bed sheets. These bed sheets utilize antimicrobial silver that can eliminate 99.9% of bacteria growth for healthier skin and cleanliness. That's the next thing to godliness. That's www.mymiraclesheets.com. That's www.mymiraclesheets.com. No more excessive laundry loads, bad odors, unhealthy skin. The end result can be less sweating, stains, and acne for you. That's www.mymiraclesheets.com. Yeah, that's a great product. It really is a really good product. Okay, guys, here's the deal. Here we go. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but wait a minute. Give this guy a chance. This is exactly what he says. And really, when I was looking at this guy, I said, okay, what's the story here? But a man abducted by aliens 50 years ago claims he warned the world. He was warned that the world was about to have a bad plague followed by a very bad war, World War III. Calvin Parker, he's 58 years old. He claimed that at the age of 19, he was abducted by aliens who had lobster-like claws and probed him and showed him visions of the future where he foresaw a great plague and then World War III. This fisherman claims he was warned about the COVID-19 pandemic and World War III after he was abducted by aliens almost 50 years ago. Calvin Parker said that he kept these visions to himself until recently when he decided to reveal his claims of abduction 50 years ago and now has fears they are coming true. This 68-year-old said that he was fishing on the banks of the river Pascagoula, Mississippi, with his friend Charlie Hickson when they claimed that a UFO landed nearby. He then said that he was shown terrible events from humanity's past, present, and future during this close encounter in 1973. This 19-year-old at the time claimed that they were grabbed by the strange creatures which had lobster-like claws and carrot-like noses and ears. Referring to the plague, he added he was warned it was coming. Parker also claims that he was abducted by these aliens. Of course, there was always been some kind of plague since the beginning of time. But from what I saw, this one got very, very worse. It was caused by mankind, which is very bad, because God is going to teach us a lesson and stay out of it before he steps back. Mankind has lost faith and not willing to help others. This plague will kill millions, cause food shortages. People will fight and steal other people's things just to survive. This is already going on, but it will get worse, he said. Family against family, friend against friend. And there will be a time when it will be impossible to trust anyone. Here's what he looked like at the age of 19. This is during the time that he was abducted. This 19-year-old said that he was grabbed by strange creatures with lobster-like claws and a carrot-like noses and ears. He also claimed in his second vision was of a coming of World War III. He added, then there is going to be a great war that one side blames the other. In my vision, I have seen people's skin melt off their bodies. I don't know if it's a nuclear war or not, but it puts nation against nation, and there will not be a nation on earth that will not be touched by this war. He added that there would be food shortages and toxic land so bad that no crops would grow after the war. And on top of that, in his supposed visions, he claimed water supplies would get to be cut off. He claimed he foresaw the pandemic is a plague. Also, then he boldly said that humanity would turn a corner and everyone would come back together and begin to heal slowly but surely. He concluded, my personal opinion is that they, the politicians, are a bunch of idiots that overlook what is best for our planet and the entire human race. I didn't come up with this on my own. This was not a figment of my imagination. This is what I saw, or should I say, was shown by abduction experiences. They truly hoped that these future visions do not come true. I truly, truly hope that. Parker claims that in the light of the Russian-Ukraine tension, he's worried that World War III is coming. And British UFO investigator Philip Mantle, who was also published Calvin's book, Pascagoula, the closest encounter, Calvin finds it very difficult to discuss this aspect of his encounter, calling it a curse just in case it's true, and that he was seeing the future of mankind, and it's not a pretty sight, he said. We should probably ignore these visions were it not for the fact that other close encounters folks have witnessed have related similar stories. Calvin underwent regressive hypnosis with the world's top alien abduction researcher, Bud Hopkins, to unlock memories buried in his deep subconsciousness. He described how he was attacked by a certain female alien on board the UFO who scratched his eyes with her long fingernails. He claimed he strangled her after she shoved her finger up his nose. What? During the taped hypnosis session, Calvin said, she's evil. She's really evil. I can see destruction. I'm going to see things that I've never seen before. Parker, as a 19-year-old, said he was asked by Bud Hopkins to describe some of the things he could see. He replied, I feel a real warm sensation. The best feeling I've ever felt in my life. Thank God I'm finally dead. I'm dead. My soul is leaving my body. She's actually killed me. My soul's leaving my body in this light, this strong light. I'm glad it's all over. I finally get some peace. And then I see angels, nothing like I've seen before. Oh, and I'm being pulled back down now. I'm being pulled back into my body. I don't want to go back into my body. I just want to leave. I don't want to go into the light. It just felt so good. Let me go back into the light. Don't send me back. Lord, please help me. Take me. Let me come to you. I don't want to go back, but I have to go back. I have to fight her. Now, Calvin, who has battled cancer, has revealed the visions he was given almost 50 years ago, and he's convinced they are now becoming reality. He said, as some of you will know, I had a near-death experience while on board this craft. He claimed one of the aliens stuck his fingers up his nose. This was when my blood was drained out of me and then replaced with what I still don't know. Then things were shown to me, things from the past, the present, and the future. I guess we could call it a curse. Ever since then, I've had major health problems, but slowly I have overcome most of them. I would not be talking about it now if it hadn't been some of these come true. I sure don't want people to think I'm a psychic, because I'm not. Maybe I was handed a curse, or could it be a way to help save our planet or mankind? But it scares me, because I don't know the future of us all. So, okay, what do you do with that? Okay, I mean, that's the first question. What do you do with this guy? If he, okay, here's what I look at. You know, some of the things he said was almost like biblical scripture. Kingdom against kingdom, nations against nations, he said. You know, things were going to get worse, not better. Things were going to be intense. Mankind was going to turn on each other. Okay? A lot of that is scriptural. But then, you know, you mix in all the rest of this stuff, these aliens with like claws. I mean, was he having a demonic encounter? Or was he having an angelic encounter and was being shown the futures? Much like John the Revelator was shown the future, which included scorpions who had stingers coming out of their tails. We don't know exactly what he saw. I talked to him, and I mean, when I read this article, I didn't talk to him, but when you hear him talk, it makes you think, well, what is this guy doing, and what is he saying? It sounds like he had some kind of a vision, or he thought he was being abducted. Was he actually having an encounter with a supernatural being, whether it be angelic or, you know, whatever? And he may, I'm not sure. I think the guy means well. But when you listen to him, when you talk with him in this article, you hear what the guy reporting was saying. He doesn't seem like somebody that's not all there. It seems like somebody who really, really is being honest. Very interesting. I don't know what that means. Could it have been an angelic visitation or a demonic maybe? Because I don't know. I'm just saying, obviously he had some kind of an encounter with a supernatural angelic being of some sort. And that being was trying to show him what was getting ready to come upon the earth. And it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting. It's kind of creepy, that's right. Anyway, is there such a thing as angelic visitations? Do we entertain angels unaware? Be right back. I was walking home from school on a cold and winter day. Took a shortcut through the woods and I lost my way. It was getting late and I was scared and alone. Then a kind old man took me by the hand and he led me home. Mama couldn't see him, but she was standing there. I knew in my heart he was an answer to my prayer. Oh, I believe there are angels among us, sent down to us from somewhere up above. They come to you in our darkest hours, show us how to live. They teach us how to give, to guide us with the light of love. Oh yes. When life held troubled times, had me down on my knees, there's always been someone to come and comfort me. A kind word from a stranger to lend a helping hand, a phone call from a friend just to say I understand. Ain't it kind of funny, at the dark end of the road, someone lit the way with just a single ray of hope. I believe there are angels among us, sent down to us from somewhere up above. They come to you in your darkest hours. They show us how to live. They teach us how to give, guide us with the light of love. They wear so many faces, show up in the strangest places, grace us with their mercy in our time of need. Among us, I believe there are angels. Oh yes. Among us. I believe there are angels among us. Oh, there's no doubt. There is no question about that. God even said He would send us ministering spirits. He even said He would assign you an angel. If you're faithful in your special offering that you give. I think it's at Pentecost. I can't remember this, or maybe it's Passover. But anyway, you get an assigned one just for you, just because you're obedient to Him. Guys, at 8 p.m. tonight, we're going to go live on Zoom with a special evening broadcast. It has to do with the situation developing in Europe between Russia and Ukraine and how the whole world is being involved in it. I hope to have a special guest with me live on Patreon. You'll need to be there. It's at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you can't get in the room, because the room will be packed, it's very possible that could happen. I don't know. If that does happen, don't worry. It will be taped. It will be filmed. It will be recorded and then posted on Patreon before the evening is over, so it'll finally show up there. But many of you may want to be in the Zoom room. It will be very interesting. We are living in the last days. What is really happening? Are we on the brink of the beast? Give your life to Jesus Christ. We're running out of time.